The students in this 8th grade science class have been working in pairs to create models that predict the weather, based on various weather concepts they have learned about. The teacher asks the students to discuss the benefits of using Model-It software.
Okay, what's the purpose behind Model-It? Who can remember that? Who can tell me? Corey?
So that we can kind of brainstorm all we know about the subject and put it on, and like put it all down on model building.
And their relationships.
And have the different relationships, and so we can see hands-on stuff.
So you can create your own models and show the interaction between the different objects in nature, how they affect one another, so the relationships. What does Model-It, though, provide for you?
Well, you have control of the direct or indirect relationships.
Yeah, you can modify all the variables right there.
And you can see how it will change.
Without having to imagine it, it shows you.
Great. Without imagining it or waiting for it to happen, you can show how it should happen. So you could possibly predict. Model-It is a wonderful program for students to show relationships between concepts, objects, factors out in nature. We have them collect weather data for about 2 weeks, and then what we have them do is we have them graph that data, all the components that they have to gather the data of on one graph, and we teach them how to do that. And then if they understand that, show me that you understand it by creating that model. So it's another way of assessing them, and it's another way for them to really see if they understand what it is that they've been learning.
The students test their models to make their final revisions.
Okay, let's actually try and figure out a way we can actually explain this.
Doesn't the time of day affect the temperature?
Yeah.
So we should have a relationship between.
In the morning, the temperature is low. In the afternoon, the temperature is weak. And at night, it's high.
Okay, time of day affects the sunlight because there's sunlight in the
Yeah, but it already is.
high, and then when the sunlight, it gets hotter when the temperature goes up, and when the temperature goes up, the chance of rain goes up. Wait, no,
Surely.
goes down.
No, not necessarily.
Yes, because when
There's no bearing on the temperature. There's no bearing with the temperature.
yes, because when it gets colder, relative humidity goes up, and when relative humidity goes up.
And to G weather.
So should we start by
G weather model it?
See the temperature goes there, and once the relative humidity goes down, the chance of rain goes up.
So it does or does not make sense.
Okay,
G
sense.
weather
Huge
model.
holes
It's
in
in
the thing, but
folder.
So should we make a relationship between these two?
Oh yeah, let's put it in.
No, there's already a
You
relationship.
mean it's not on the
Between time of
desktop?
day and temperature?
Yeah, because
let's
time
get
of
that
day,
on
there's
Oh, yeah.
more sunlight, and when there's more sunlight, it goes to temperature.
Just transferred over.
The students have completed their models and are now ready to present their findings to the rest of the class.
The yellow is a precipitation and the
green is humidity.
yeah, so they both go low. And if you lower it, they sort of switch because they're in and the humidity and the precipitation goes high if we lower the barometric pressure.
So if you lower barometric pressure, then you have more clouds, and because of more clouds, more moisture.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, then if you raise the amount of sunlight, what's going to happen is the wind's going to raise, because by raising the amount of sunlight, you raise the heat. It makes it more uneven, like the heating and cooling, which will cause wind. So
the pink is the wind, and it goes up higher when you raise the sunlight and the heating and cooling.
Okay, that makes sense, because what did we say? We said that wind, one of the things that cause wind is
uneven heating of the surface of the Earth.
Sure, because the Earth wants to do what? It wants to
Be equal.
be equal, right? Equal pressure and equal temperatures, okay? Great. Where is an area where we don't have much wind?
The doldrums of the equator.
Okay, at the equator. And why might that be?
Because of the sun, always since it's in the middle of Earth, the sun shines on it an equal amount of time throughout the year. So it's pretty much getting an equal amount of heat each day.
So there's very little variation.